All right, so this I'm gonna zoom in a little bit real quick. This is a one of the written practice quizzes. So let's read it and kind of go through what we got here. So, Serendipity Book Club Sellers has a book club that awards points to its customers based on the number of books purchased each month. The points are awarded as followed. If the customer purchases 0 books, he or she earns 0 points. If they purchase 1 book, they get 5 points, 2 books, 15 points, 3 books, 30 points, 4 or more, 60 points. So it says write a program that asks the user to enter the number of books that he or she has purchased this month and then display the number of points awarded. So this one doesn't have a title, but I just called it book club points because that's what we're trying to do. So now I didn't give you one of these sheets on this. So if I gave this to you in like on paper, I didn't give this one, but this is a good way to kind of again formulate your ideas and narrow down what you're going to program, and do some leg work up front, and then you can go program. But what are we trying to do? We're trying to we always have to know the purpose of our program, so we're determining the number of book club points a user earns for the amount of books they purchase. So I've got a list of all the nouns that I found and all the verbs that I found. Like always, most of the nouns and verbs aren't really used in our program. So serendipity booksellers, customers, month, book program users, all those to me are kind of not really important. I like the number of books or my books. Depends on, I put that down here as my books. I'll show you why in a minute. And then points is probably important too. We need the points, so I put those down as the nouns that we need. And then there's the name of our class. And then we got purchased, awarded, write, asks, enter, and display. Now, it doesn't really tell you to set or get anything. It just says write a program that asks the user to enter the books that he or she has purchased this month and display the number of points awarded. So it's not really intuitive that I'm going to use, like what method I'm going to use, because really it only just says to display information. But the way we got to make sure that it's object oriented. So I'm going to set my book club points and then I'm going to get my book club points. And then the decision structure that I created in right here, I've got my books. If it's greater than or equal to 4, then points are 60. If my books is equal to 3, points are 30. My books is equal to 2, points are 15. My books are equal to 1, points are 5. And if they're none of these, then it's just points are 0, because I cover the spectrum of every amount of books that you could buy. Okay, so study this. The intro kids have to write this out by hand, so make sure you're good at doing that. So let's write our program. We use scanner, so I'm going to import java.util.scanner. And I need to create my scanner object for my scanner class. Okay, so then I gotta ask the user. Actually, I'll create the book club object. So my class is called book clubs, book club points. So enter the number of books you purchased. Okay, then we can do my book club points dot set book club points, pass in books. Sorry, my computer is not responding, and I'm getting the spinning wheel of death going on right there. So hopefully that stops here. Might have to edit this section out. Okay, I got an error there because I haven't created it yet. And then I don't know, the number of points awarded are okay. So that's basically main. We set the book club points and then we get them. So then we do, let's do public void set book club points. We pass in the int books, and we'll say my books. This is where I got my books from. Equals books, and we'll make an int my books and points. So if my books are greater or equal to 0, then points equal to 60. Else if my books are equal to 3, then points are equal to 30. Else if my books are equal to 2, points are equal to 20. Else if my books are equal to 1, then points are equal to 0. Finally, public int get book club points. So we need to now get it. So we just return the points. Okay. And we should be able to run this. So let's say they bought 4 books. Okay, what's wrong? Set book club points. Set book blub points. That probably fixes it. What did I do? So 4. Book club points are 60. That's right. 3, 30, 2, 20, 1. There's an issue right there. That's not right. 1 should be 5 points. What did I do wrong here? I see. Went through it too fast. Sorry, that was weird. Else points are equal to 0. So let's test that again. 1 point is 5. 0 points, or sorry, 0 books purchased, you get 0. Okay. So, anyway, that's that. Should be a simple program. You should be able to write that out by hand here. You know, if I gave you the test and it looked like that, you should be able to write out the main and the book club points class. I'd say pretty easy by now. So, you know, rewatch this if you need to. But this program is done.